Hello students, in this video I'm going to take you on a tour of our course. When you come into the classroom, you'll always land on the home page. The news that I generate will remind you of scheduling for the week, and then if there's any special issues, I'll post the news. If I make any videos, I'll post them in the news here. You can always see all the news items. But the one that shows up is our welcome news for today. Let me switch over here to the student view. Notice how when you log in, you will get this pop-up. This course requires a lab kit to complete. Please fill out the following form to reserve your kit. And you click OK, and then you will fill out a form. Please do not ignore this. You absolutely need to do this right as soon as possible. I can't do it because I am an instructor, but you will have a form to fill out. Okay, so course home will always land you back onto this news, and this pop-up will just keep coming up until you decide to click into it. Let's look at the content. So you'll notice here that this left toolbar is always static, and then depending on what page you're on, you'll have a number of links on the right side. So start here in the Start Here module. Make sure that you read all these pages. Get a nice big cup of coffee and sit down and do it. You only have to do it once. The idea is to put it in your mind where things are, where information is. It's not that you're going to remember it all, but you need to start to lay that breadcrumb trail. See, now you can follow this navigation tool here and back up from where you were before, but you can always click back to this. I will refer to this thing, if you ask me where something is, as the main navigation bar. Okay, let's go back to Start Here. So click through all of these, please. Head on over to Technical to Support and then to Syllabus. Now, this course schedule page, I highly recommend that you bookmark it. So see this little tab here? Bookmark this page. I'll show you where it is in a second. This has all the dates for the whole semester. Each week, I will copy the pertinent rows of this into a news item, but if you want to see the grand scheme of things, come over to the schedule page. So remember, we bookmarked the schedule. Let's go, back to the table of contents here and see, look, now we have one bookmark. Ta-da! You can bookmark things, bookmark pages in a module and then unbookmark them when we get out of that module. So let's go back here. Let me show you something. This is important information here. The course is not self-paced. All the assignments have due dates. You can work in the assignments up until the due dates. So notice here, for example, the readings are in MyLabs Plus, so I'll show you where that is in a second. After 1:30, you can no longer access these materials. So notice that we have discussions, we have homework in the electronic textbook website, reading in that website, discussions, and then lab assignments and quizzes to complete per module. The cadence is the same with every module. You read, you discuss, you do some study homework, you do labs, and you take a quiz. And then we move on to the next module. Okay, let's go back to the table of contents. So when you're in a module here, you'll see all the activities and you can follow the course through here, starting with the introduction, the activities list, the explorations, and going through all the assignments. This is how you should start every module, but if you just have a few minutes, for example, and you want to check into discussions, you can just come over here and click into the discussion. The first thing you should do after you've toured around the class is to go in here and introduce yourself. This should be done in the first 24 hours of the class. Okay. Now let's look over here at assignments. We have discussions. We have a Dropbox. This is where all the lab assignments are. The lab files, all the needs that, all the lab files you need are attached to these Dropboxes. So there's one PDF file that has all the directions for the lab, and then a Word document that you should submit back to us, back to me in the Dropbox. Now let's see, we also have quizzes, but notice that here you don't see anything because the quizzes are in the textbook. So see, I came back to the home page, course home. Here's my, oh, sorry. Here's our textbook, My Labs Plus. When you click in here, you'll have access to your study assignments, you'll have access to your e-text. So the whole textbook is right here. It takes a little while to launch. Okay. And the textbook should open to the page that you were most recently reading. You can skip to different units, and notice in the schedule that there might be some special focus on certain parts of the reading. Here's our assignments as well. It's where you'll go in and do your homework. Let's go back here to the schedule, show you that one more time. So when you're looking at the schedule, see how it says chapter 23. Okay, just read the whole chapter. Chapter 24 with special focus on 24.2 and 24.4. These are the sections you should study most extensively. So you're responsible for reading the whole chapter, but know that these sections contain the learning outcomes that we're really focusing on in the class. Okay, you can see your grade book here. Once we get rolling, once the class starts, the mastering homework, the MyLabs Plus homework, will sync in the middle of the night every night. So if you do homework and then you go write it back into D2L into the grades, you won't see it right away, but you should see it within 24 hours. In the communication tab, this internal messaging tab is how I want you to email me. Please don't email me at margaret.gaddis@cccs.edu unless you're locked out of D2L. It's much easier for me to keep a clear record of our communication in this messaging tool. Here's the class list. You can see all of your classmates and yourself and me in the class list. And if you wanted to, we could set up a chat if you wanted to talk to me in that fashion, but you're always welcome to text me, call me. My number is on the instructor information page. We'll look over here. Here's my phone number. Oh, let me put it in here. I'm pretending to be a student. Sorry. I would really rather you contact me than freak out. I want students to be relaxed at all times and to understand that I'm a human being. I understand that there are stresses in life. It's a lot easier for me if you text me first so I can get my bearings. If you're asking me about a particular assignment, I can call you back when I have my computer open, and sometimes I can just answer your question over texting. But if you just call me and start talking, it'll take me a while to orient myself to whatever you're talking about. Okay. I think that's all I want to show for you. And make sure that you get in there and introduce yourself and really take your time to look around the course. I'm here to help. I'm definitely a person who wants to communicate with you. I want you to communicate with me. I don't want you to email me with some kind of fire alarm after deadlines have passed. Just keep me in the loop. For example, if you're pregnant or you know you're going on spring break, but it does not coincide with CCC Online, has Nova Spring Break, for example, you want to tell me about how you might want to work the schedule to accommodate that, just talk to me about it. There's no harm in talking to me about it. I'm sure we're going to find some quick solution. But if you ignore me and then expect me to jump through hoops for you, our relationship is going to get off to the wrong start. Okay, I look forward to seeing you soon.